All right, my name is Garrett Alford. I'm here with Goodwill Industries. I'm here to interview you for a HR position. So who are you?
I'm Daysha Johnson. I'm currently a Nichols student majoring in HR. I just switched my major from accounting to HR this past semester. I thought accounting was what I wanted to do, after college, but after taking the accounting courses, I realized that's not for me. So I was like, I think the next best thing for me to do is to go to HR because I kind of have like a little background history. I didn't do like a real HR work with like the recruiting and hiring and firing, but I did get to see like the process of what my supervisor would do. I was just like the student worker, so I would open the mail, stamp it, distribute it. I would make copies, um, sit at the front desk when our real receptionist would go to lunch. And so would it be, the new hire process. When new hires would come in, I would give them the proper papers to fill out. If they had any questions, I would, assist them with that. I would just make, copies, be sure our forms were like, up to date.
Okay.
So I would be sure that the trays were filled with the proper forms that we needed for the new hires and things like that. And like if someone came to see one of the supervisors, I would let them know that so and so was here in the front to see them, and they would tell me, oh, you can send them back or just tell them I'll be with them. So I interacted with like the people, people like it
so
was
you're kind of like a front desk receptionist.
kind of sort of. I would only be like a receptionist during lunch hours.
Okay.
Other than that, I would assist the receptionist to a certain extent. I would make the copies for her. I never answered phones though. That was not part of my job description.
How are you with answering phones though?
I feel like it could be better. I'm better with it now, but back then I was just a senior in high school.
Because
so
as HR here, you don't have to answer phones a lot.
yeah. So like back then I wasn't too good, but I took a speech class. I've taken a speech class since I've been at Nichols, so I feel like I'm better with talking to people than I would have been if I would have been put on the spot in 2016 or 17 to answer phones. But
okay. How are your people skills? Because obviously you're gonna be hiring people, you don't have to talk to a lot of people.
I'd rather talk to somebody face to face than over the phone. So like when it comes to talking to people, I like to talk. So I'm, okay with that. I'm comfortable with it. Just, I'm respectable, like, have decent conversation with people. Nothing like thing. I have decent conversation with people, so that's not really like a problem with me.
Okay. How do you solve problems?
I tried to see like you have to hear both sides of the story to know how to solve it.
Because primarily you're gonna be dealing with people problems. So.
Of course, yeah. So like if I don't know what to do, then I will go to like someone higher than me because I don't want to make like the wrong decision. But I would try to get at least an understanding of what the problem is, where it's like coming from, and try to solve it as best as I could.
So you like to get as official answer as you can, not just kind of jump to conclusions.
Yeah, because you have to hear both sides. Like one person may say one thing, you have to see if the story adds up to see what really really happened.
That's pretty good. What's an example of like a hard problem you solved?
One time when I was in HR, they had a lady that was supposedly banned from the premises, and she came up there one day when there was like no top management. Like I think she knew that everybody was gonna be out the office, so it was like me and two other ladies. So like we were all like kind of nervous about it, but I had to just press the little panic button, and somebody else came up there, and I had to explain to him like what was the problem. But I was trying to remain calm too, because you cannot, you can't really freak out in situations like that. So that was like one of the most heart-racing experiences I've had, working.
Okay. How are you at organization?
I try to keep my things organized. I try to make like a system that I understand, that's not too hard for other people to understand. Because you gotta have things in like certain places. You don't want things just spread out. So like I like to make a folder or like label things to let me know what is what. You can't have a big clutter of papers or whatever just all over the place.
Okay. And is there any questions you would like to ask me? Like what will your hours be and that kind of stuff?
I saw that they said that it would be like 8 to 5. So
the job is from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Okay.
You may be required to work some weekends. Are you okay with that?
That's fine.